Time has intrigued philosophers throughout history, shaping how humanity understands existence, change, and reality. The ancient Greeks were among the first to contemplate time, often linking it to motion and transformation. Parmenides dismissed time and change as illusions, asserting that reality is unchanging and eternal. In contrast, Heraclitus embraced the concept of constant flux, viewing time as a continuous flow of becoming. Aristotle provided a systematic analysis of time in physics, defining it as the measurement of motion relative to before and after, making time inseparable from change. Christian and medieval philosophy introduced theological dimensions to time. St. Augustine, in his Confessions, explored the paradoxes of time, describing it as a mental construct. The past exists as memory, the future as anticipation, and the present as a fleeting moment. He argued that time was created alongside the universe and is distinct from God's eternal nature. Similarly, Boethius conceptualized divine eternity as timeless, where God perceives all events, past, present, and future, in a single, eternal now. With the rise of modern philosophy, the focus shifted to the subjective experience of time. René Descartes acknowledged time indirectly, emphasizing the flow of thought and human consciousness. John Locke viewed time as a product of our perception of the succession of ideas, making it fundamentally subjective. Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz rejected the notion of time as an independent entity, defining it as a relational concept emerging from the relationships between events rather than as a separate dimension. Immanuel Kant revolutionized the understanding of time in his Critique of Pure Reason. He argued that time is not an external reality but a condition of human perception. Alongside space, time is a form of intuition that structures our experience of the world. Without it, we could not comprehend causality, sequence, or change. Thus, time exists as a necessary feature of the human mind, not as an objective entity. The 19th century brought a focus on time as a medium for progress and development. Hegel linked time to the dialectical progression of history, viewing it as the unfolding of reality through contradictions and resolutions toward the realization of the absolute spirit. Henri Bergson distinguished between measurable, scientific time and lived time, or duration, emphasizing the fluidity and continuity of personal experience, which cannot be captured by the rigid structure of clock time. In the 20th century, existentialist and phenomenological thinkers emphasized time's role in individual existence. Martin Heidegger, in Being and Time, introduced the concept of temporality, arguing that time is intrinsic to human existence. He highlighted being toward death as a central feature of life, where awareness of mortality gives time its urgency and shapes human purpose. Edmund Husserl, the founder of phenomenology, explored time consciousness, focusing on how humans perceive the flow of time through retention, memory, pretension, anticipation, and the immediate present. Jean-Paul Sartre linked time to human freedom, emphasizing that our ability to envision future possibilities enables us to create meaning and make choices. Modern developments in science and philosophy have further complicated our understanding of time. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity demonstrated that time is not absolute but relative to the observer, challenging classical notions of its universality and flow. Philosophers like J.M.E. McTaggart, in his essay The Unreality of Time, argued that time is an illusion, distinguishing between the A series, past, present, future, and the B series, earlier and later relationships. McTaggart contended that contradictions in the A series render time unreal. Today, time remains a central topic in metaphysics, cognitive science, and existential inquiry. From the Greeks' connection of time to change to modern debates about its reality and nature, the philosophical study of time reflects humanity's enduring quest to understand existence. Whether seen as a mental construct, a relational framework, or a fundamental feature of the universe, time continues to challenge our perceptions and provoke deep reflections about the fleeting moments of life and the infinite possibilities of thought.